my evening routine for optimal sleep and relaxation. For most of you, a cup of coffee would be the ideal energizer to start the day. Some people do workout or do yoga. Others will most likely read books or meditate. It's incredible that some people can maintain a steady morning routine. After all, a morning routine helps you to get the important things done throughout the day without having to think about it too much. This is why having one is essential if you want to be successful. However, it appears that individuals frequently ignore their evenings. You want to start your day successfully, but you also want to end it that way. Night routines are unpopular because sticking to them is difficult, especially after an exhausting day of studying or working. However, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. A more peaceful and higher quality sleep, as well as the ability to handle the next morning in a more productive manner. So, how can you start your evening routine? Today, I'll give insights on what my evening routine looks like so you can have an idea, and perhaps after this video, you'll be able to create one. So let's jump right into it. My routine begins 3 hours before bedtime when I put on my blue light blocking glasses. I have a strategy of not doing any work in the evenings so that I can gradually wind down. This is why I enjoy relaxing by watching movies or searching the web, which requires looking at a computer screen. All screens generate blue light, which disrupts your circadian cycle and impairs your sleep. This occurs because blue light mimics sunshine. You're basically tricking your body into believing it is daytime. As a result, I usually recommend using 2 filters, twilight and flux. They filter out the majority of blue light by making your screen orange or red. However, they are inefficient, so I also wear blue light blocking glasses. One thing I've observed is that no matter how much I reduce the brightness of my computer screen or how many filters I use, if I focus at a screen 1 hour before bed, I won't be able to fall asleep as quickly as I usually do. Instead, even if I'm exhausted, I'll toss and turn in my bed. This is why I turn off all gadgets at least an hour and a half before bed. This means no laptops or smartphones for the rest of the night. While I like using the internet and social media, the quality of my sleep is far more important to me. Why? If I don't get enough sleep, the next day will be suboptimal, which I certainly do not want. Now, I've observed that it's not only blue light from screens that disrupts your sleep. Normal overhead lights do as well, since they imitate the sun. As a result, whenever I turn off the electronics, I also turn off all the bright lights. Instead, I utilize atmospheric lights with adjustable brightness, and I've replaced the standard light bulbs with red ones. Why is it red? Because, unlike blue light, red light does not interfere with your circadian clock. After my devices have been turned off and my apartment has turned into a red light district, I generally think about how my day went. I like to figure out what was done, what wasn't done, and what was done that needs improvement. I also make plans for the next day. I also write down what I need to accomplish, my goals for the following day, and how long it will take for me to complete it. This little planning habit takes me only 5 minutes, but it is critical for me to do it before my day ends. When I wake up the next morning, I know exactly what has to be done. However, if I don't plan ahead of time, I generally just drift through the day, aimlessly, and just basically do useless stuff. But when I arrange my day, I eliminate any guessing. I know what to do, when to do it, and how to achieve it. When the planning is complete, I usually prepare something that supports that plan. If I have anything important to accomplish in the morning, I make sure to prepare it the night before. For example, if I intend to go hiking, I will prepare my hiking clothes. This way, when I wake up, it'll be there for me. And this makes doing any habit much easier. If I have to think about what I need for the hike while also looking for those things, all while groggy from getting up, I can just remain at home and do nothing. Anything might feel like a hassle in the morning, but if everything I need is already prepared and waiting for me, it becomes much easier to get through it. I make it a point to chill down in my bedroom about an hour before going to bed. When it's time for your body to relax, your core body temperature drops automatically to assist you fall asleep. However, if the temperature in the atmosphere is too high, it might be difficult to have a good night's sleep. According to studies, the ideal room temperature for sleeping is between 60 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. I already know that if I neglect to cool down my room, I'll have a difficult time falling. Thus, it's important that you make sure to open your windows or turn on the aircon before you sleep so the temperature in your room drops. I prepare myself a cup of chamomile tea while I wait for my room to cool down. I enjoy the flavor, and it helps me unwind. It also does not include caffeine, which might keep me up at night. To make it taste even better, I usually add a spoonful of honey. While sipping my tea, I usually read books. Some people love to read in the morning, but I prefer to read in the evening. If you don't read on a regular basis, you're missing out big time, and I strongly advise you to start. Non-fiction books, personal financial books, and books about the law of attraction and manifesting are what I normally read. I also read for at least 10 minutes every day to keep the habit going. Now, when I start reading sentences just to comprehend them, I know it's time to quit, since I'm too weary, and it's time to prepare for sleep. After which, I clean and floss my teeth before going to bed, and I'll do it in low light. As previously said, any bright light interferes with my ability to sleep. I then put a glass of water on my bedside for the following day. This way, when I wake up, it'll be ready for me, and I'll be able to rehydrate myself as quickly as possible. After all, I won't be drinking anything more for 8 hours. I also make it a point to use the restroom before going to bed. Remember that your bladder is not as active at night, but if you consume a lot of fluids and your bladder is full, you'll wake up to empty yourself. You don't want it to happen, since it might occur in the middle of a sleep cycle, disrupting the quality of your sleep and causing you to wake up weary. As a result, it's best to avoid drinking too much fluids before going to bed. This is basically all that I do before I sleep, and I make sure that I implement them every night. Remember, a good night's sleep will dictate how you will perform the next day. Thus, it is advisable that you sleep for 7 to 9 hours to fully regain the energy that you lost throughout the day. Bad sleep equals a bad day, but a good sleep equals a good day. And creating an evening routine might just solve the problem of why you aren't getting optimal sleep. So use this video as an inspiration for you to create one now. What other evening routine can you suggest to optimize your sleep? Share them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching until the end. If you're not yet part of this channel, we invite you to become one by subscribing. Also, give this video a thumbs up. Until the next one, bye!